represent. Alright, anytime you're ready.
Good evening, guys. So let me get down and be on academic with you guys. So please bear with me. So this is going to be my first one. So this differs from all the academic conferences I have been in and presented at. So I'm usually given 12 minutes for that. So I'll be talking about what happened to the body of knowledge in DevCom for the past 50 years. So when I say DevCom, it means development communication. Later I will discuss the definition. And when I say scholarship, it means the body of knowledge or the study of a certain discipline. So I'll take you through 50 years of existence of our college. So for my outline, I'm going to talk about the definition. Next is the rationale or the context and objectives, methodology, the insights, and my recommendations. So this is mainly very exploratory in nature. So first is in UPLB, so just a bit of trivia. DevCom was first started in the Philippines. In 1950s, Nora C. Cabral coined the term development communication in her seminal lecture. So the roots of DevCom can be traced in agriculture. So we are called in the international arena as the Spanish School of Development Communication. So NCQ has been, after all the debates, NCQ has been cleared by the international...
Just switch off.
The international clearing of DevCom, clearinghouse for DevCom that UPLB actually started the discipline or coined it. We define DevCom as the science of human communication linked to transitioning of communities from poverty in its all forms to a dynamic overall growth that fosters equity and unfolding of individual potential. So we deal with looking at the development problems in a communication perspective or lens. Okay, so the situation, no one has attempted to analyze the discipline's body of knowledge. So for DevCom, from DevCom, there has been a lot of different manifestations over time. So it started with the term DevCom, but it has different transitions after that. So it has been called communication for social change, for example. So the literature on the Spanish School of DevCom has been dwindling compared to the other schools of DevCom that has been created ever since, like in South America or Africa. And no one wrote about a meta-analysis on the knowledge of the college produced the past years it has been existing. So my objective is to identify divergent topics or themes of all DevCom student research studies created. So why student research studies? First is analyzing research created under instruction is a good example of what the discipline has been through, because one, you have advisors mentoring students. Second is you have to defend why it's a DevCom inquiry. So the studies can reflect that. So I have 3 key questions that I have
Yeah, just throw.
Okay. What are the quantitative and qualitative methodologies used in the research? And what are the implications of the first two? What are the implications of the answers in the first two questions? So for my data source, this is a database designed for a web app I'm building. So I use the SQL dumps for the thesis table. So I included the columns title, abstract here and there. So there are 2,062 undergrad and grad studies. Half of them are undergrad. And because on the average, we have at least 120 graduates per year compared to PhD and master's, which are around 5 and 2. So for the studies from 1964 to 2010, these were all parsed from images. So we have this digitization project that we started, and then I parsed everything that was scanned from the old thesis hard copies. So of course, because of that, the data cleaning took all of my time. So for looking at the topics, so I use some probabilistic topic modeling and looking at using LDA. So I tried 4 implementations. So using scikit-learn, GenSim, FastText, and Weka. So 2 of those are packages. 3 of those are packages from Python. One, FastText is actually the NLP package that Facebook is giving. So for the presentation of these results, I'll be presenting what Scikit has produced. So LDA is usually used for qualitative understanding of big text corpora. In this case, I looked at the abstracts and the titles. So you use this when you don't have any annotated data and you don't have an existing idea of what the topic structure is. So what happened? So when I looked at the scikit-learn implementation, it yields 10 topics, and GenSim had 8. So this is the topics from the scikit-learn. So what does this all mean? So media studies and quantitative methodologies dominate the DevCom studies. First, because media is a clear manifestation of what communication is. So newspapers, TV programs, social media content, it's easy to be quantified and problematized as a communication phenomenon, unlike things like this, when we are talking or conversations. Second is content analysis and evaluation of communication strategies, audience profiling. These are the methodologies that dominate DevCom studies. Okay? So one of the things that I've been expecting when I started implementing the topic modeling is a lot of themes circle around agriculture and environment. These are the development sectors that DevCom has usually been in touch with, because one, agriculture is actually the roots of DevCom. Okay. And as the topics emerge, qualitative studies are still in the margins. So from the 10 topics, only one has clear qualitative methodologies. So what are the unresolved questions? First are, I still don't know what are the communication traditions that are explored to problematize DevCom phenomenon. So there are 7. And second is, how can these results be used in annotating the data? So I could explore a different problem, like classification. So I identified 4 recommendations. First is the practical. Since I'm building a web application for this can help my Elasticsearch configuration. Second is theoretical. So this can start a conversation on what trajectories DevCom will pursue in the future in terms of scholarship. Third is methodological. So there are different approaches on content analysis that can be data science toolkits can be used, and com research sensibilities can be used to tweak them to improve analysis. And the future directions. Actually, Caleb suggested that I use references to look at the connections between documents. So that part I haven't looked at yet. Also, network analysis, I want to look at historically what are the themes or topics that each advisor has been following through the years. And I haven't done a topic modeling using the whole body of work, the big text part of the document. So that will take a lot of time in terms of cost. So that's it. Thank you guys.
Awesome. You kind of almost went double that. All right, guys. We'll give you guys a few minutes to, I guess, digest all of that and write it out on the form of comments. You guys can wear a jacket now. Let's go. You can wear glasses now.